On today's version of Lazer Update, we find out what it's like to be a professor here on campus.
We also get to know more about the athletic director, Mike Borsch, so stay tuned.
Hello everybody, my name is Stefan Adams. Today is Tuesday, April 9th. And joining me today is my co-host, Olivia Mendez.
Thanks, Stefan. Were you able to catch the eclipse yesterday?
Yes, I was. Even though it was a bit cloudy, I was able to catch it.
And it was very nice to see even with the clouds. It's a once-in-a-generation event, and I was happy to see it.
Yep. We start today's show by getting to know one of OCC's English professors by the name of Lane Lubar. Lazer Updates' Jacob Coleman has the story.
Lubar Lane has been an English professor here at Onondaga Community College for 17 years and counting, and she continues to update her teaching resume year in and year out.
Why did I choose OCC instead of other campuses? I like the fact that it is centrally located, but more than that, I like the fact that I can work with students who are urban, who are suburban, who are rural. I like the fact that I can work with different types of students with different, there's a lot of diversity here, a lot of intellectual diversity as well. And I think that is what drew me to OCC in the first place. So some of the ways that I implement, some of the things I implement that other professors might not like or don't do is usually the use of personal electronics. So allowing phones in class, allowing laptops in class, letting people work on whatever they're working on. That's my favorite way of teaching. I would have to say getting in groups, doing practical work, letting people work on papers in class so that I can go to the board and make some magic. And help people figure out what they're trying to say in the way they want to say it.
Professor Lane doesn't have any plans after OCC because her main plan right now is in fact OCC. She doesn't want to change it, and she feels as if she could teach until she's at least 75. Professor Lane looks forward to continuing to teach here at Onondaga Community College.
Professor Lane is a well-known professor around the campus, and plenty of students that have her know that she is one of the best OCC has to offer.
Now we turn our attention to the student side of things, where Lazer Updates' Jarrett Smith tells us about Ethan Frank, a student living on campus.
Here at Onondaga Community College's Fine Arts program, we see a lot of amazing artists, but there's one student who stands out from the rest with flying colors.
I'm Ethan Frank. I'm a second semester art major at Onondaga Community College, and I would like to be a full-time artist. I kind of realized that I like creating things, and I came to OCC to kind of discover my path in art and take classes that appeal to my path moving forward in life. Working in the studio at OCC has really helped me because it's very quiet. It's a relaxing place to get my work done. So my process with art kind of begins with to have a canvas gessoed and ready at all times for me to just kind of pick the paints I need and get right to it.
Ethan Frank is determined to make his passion a reality, one paint stroke at a time.
Ethan's art skills grow every day, and his passion is evident in his work. If you or someone you know is interested in continuing their passion in art, you can contact the OCC School of Arts at schoolofacbe@sunyocc.edu.
After the break, Jacob Coleman brings us through the campus to ask students what their favorite local restaurants are.
And later, Todd tells us about the athletic director, Mike Borsch, here at OCC.
But don't go anywhere yet, as we have the campus calendar to cover. This Thursday, April 11th from 12:30 to 2 p.m., you can stop into the Milwini lobby for the yogurt parfait bar.
Also this Thursday is the open mic night from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Lazer Lounge, where students are free to stop in and showcase their skills.
I chose OCC because it was close to home as I grew up in Syracuse, and the teachers are more up and personal and more hands-on rather than most colleges.
I chose OCC because I really like the campus and I found that they could provide me with valuable resources that will make my future successful.
I chose OCC because they're not only preparing me academically but athletically with the facilities that they have to transfer to a four-year school.
What will your OCC story be?
OCC is very affordable,
especially for students that maybe aren't necessarily sure what they want to do for the rest of their lives. Take some classes here and there and not break the bank. Specifically in the School of Arts, Communication, Business, and Entrepreneurship, I think the students are really fortunate because the class sizes are small enough that the faculty really get to know the students one-on-one. They get to know their strengths, their areas of improvement, their goals, whether it be transfer, career. When you come here and you're sitting in a classroom, you're not just a number.
I found that by going to OCC, it allowed me to enter in programs that would allow me to focus on like my personal life and my work. I think most professors here do want to see you succeed. All faculty here is definitely like more than happy to help, with any scheduling or future planning or, in regards to grades or anything like that. Like, I find most professors are more than willing. I could realistically recommend anyone to attend.
Have you seen the newest MonsterVerse movie, Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire? It takes the wacky, cartoony vibe of the first time these monsters met back in 2021 and amps it up by 10. Directed by Adam Wingard and having Rebecca Hall, Ryan Henry, and more reprise their roles from the first monster matchup. If you want to see this borderline stupid yet awesome showdown, head to your local theaters.
Welcome back to today's Lazer Update. I'm Stefan Adams.
And I'm Olivia Mendez. Thank you for joining us.
We continue the show here today with Lazer Update's Jacob Coleman as he went throughout the campus to ask students what their favorite local restaurant were.
In the local area around Onondaga Community College, surrounded by Camillus, Fairmount, and Syracuse, there are plenty of restaurants, either sit-down or fast food, that you and your family can go out to enjoy on a weekly basis. I'm here on campus to ask students what their favorite restaurants are locally.
My favorite local restaurant is this local coffee shop called Cafe Cubal because they have a really pretty aesthetic, good drinks, and a nice place to study.
I would probably be Panera because of their good bread bowl mac and cheese.
I would say Mexican Cantina because it looks very vibrant. It's kind of traditional.
Those were some students here at OCC looking forward to graduating and what comes in the near future. That was Pulse of the Campus. For Lazer Update, I'm Jacob Coleman.
I love all three of those restaurants that they named, but to be honest, I'm surprised Tully's or Five Guys didn't make it.
Now to turn our attention back to people on campus. Mike Borsch is an athletic director here at OCC. Lazer Update's Todd Durantini tells us more.
For the past several years, Michael Borsch has been the athletic director here at OCC.
I'm from Syracuse, New York, so when this position opened up, I applied and I've been here for about 10 years.
Being the athletic director, Borsch faces many challenges. His favorite, though, working with the coaches in the department.
I spend most of my days working with coaches. Coaches can be pretty demanding, and I like working with that type of person. On any given day, there's all kinds of maybe routine problems or bigger challenges that come up, and I like that it's a variety of things that I have to deal with.
Borsch describes his job as facing and overcoming adversity, but he doesn't let that get in the way of putting students first.
I think my philosophy and approach to college athletics really fit well here. I'm very student-centered. I want to create a really positive student experience for all the student athletes. Really kind of focus on that on the day-to-day, and it was a great marriage. Kind of worked out.
Borsch helps to push the boundaries here at OCC and develop a stronger program each year. For Lazer Update, I'm Todd Durantini.
Mike Borsch advises and oversees almost all things sports-related here on campus. If you need to contact him, you can send an email at m.a.borsch@sunyocc.edu.
So far, guys, it's been a good show. Well, we have learned about plenty of faculty and students here on campus. It's about time we had to break, but before we go,
here's some sports scores from this past week. The Onondaga Lazers lost both matches in the doubleheader this past Sunday versus Niagara Community College, with the first game ending 7-1. Matt Carner scored the only RBI. Then, women's softball went on a tear and destroyed Jamestown Community College, winning 25-0. Stick around after the break to learn how the number 44 became the most important to the city of Syracuse.
I chose OCC because it was local and I already took college credit in high school for OCC, so I decided to continue that. I chose creative writing because the course I took in high school was for creative writing, so I already had credits for it, so I decided to pursue that as it is a passion of mine. After college, I plan to join the U.S. Army as an officer, and for dream job, it would either be a public affairs specialist in the military or a screenwriter for a film company. Anyone new to OCC, I say do your work, attend class, and try and be involved as much as you can.
I major in psychology. I chose the program because I want to help people. I've always wanted to do that. I struggle with making friends and being social with other people. So living on campus has given me a better opportunity to make friends. I thought coming here would be just like any other school, but it really is a different dynamic than being at a university. There's still a lot of people who put together things they genuinely care about for people they care about, and it's really nice to see.
My name is Kelly Unz. I am the Assistant Director within the School of Arts Communication, Business, and Entrepreneurship here at Onondaga Community College. It's my job as their advisor and student navigator to help get them the steps that they need to take in order to achieve those goals. I think the bigger question is why not come to OCC? It's, again, right in the middle of Onondaga County. You can get a bunch of college experience and just life experience living in Syracuse.
This Saturday, the 13th, the OCC Lazers women lacrosse team takes on Anne Arundel Community College at noon at home. Make sure to check that one out.
Also this weekend, Sunday the 14th, at the basketball complex versus Bruin Community College will be the next baseball game for the men at 1.
Welcome back, folks. In case you forgot, I'm Stefan Adams.
And I'm Olivia Mendez. Now we keep our attention centered on the world of OCC sports, where Lazer Update's Jacob Coleman is giving us the details on one of the campus's top soccer athletes.
As an OCC student, chances are your commute from home is only a few miles. But for Jack Hobson, he has a 10-hour, 4,000-mile flight.
I chose BMC because it's something that I've been interested in for a long time. The program looked very appealing. The technology that they use seems really good. So I thought might as well give it a try.
Jack loves being a student of the BMC program, but his true passion is on the soccer field.
I've been playing football for around 18 years now, since I was 2. Since I've been able to walk, I've been playing football. Preparing for games is all about routine for me, so I'll have the same breakfast, the same lunch, everything leading up to it. I'll listen to the same type of music. I have superstitions where I'll put one sock on first, and then I'll put my right sock on, and then I'll put my left sock on. My favourite thing about playing at OCC is the different cultures that we have on the team. The facilities here are second to none compared to other junior colleges and NCAA colleges, to be fair. During the off-season, to stay in shape, we'll be in the gym 3 times a week. We'll do a 3-day split, so we'll hit upper body, we'll hit lower body, and then we'll do plyometrics and things like that.
After OCC, Jack plans to look for a D1 school, maybe like Lemoyne, to continue his degree in playing soccer.
Wow, Jack sure is talented. Some of the scores I couldn't even believe were him. It's unfortunate that the team couldn't win a title this season.
Now we go from JUCO D3 school to the legendary history of Syracuse D1 football program. Jacob Coleman once again has a story to tell us more about the history of SU's most cherished number.
If you had to associate any number with the city of Syracuse, New York, what number would that be? Well, to me and many of the citizens in this city, the number 44 is the answer. Syracuse shows a certain love and emotion to the number 44, as many historical players in the city's sport teams have donned the number. The university's zip code changed from 13210 to 13244, adding 44 to the end to honor these players. Plaza 44 was built, and the 3 main players to wear number 44 in Syracuse history had statues built in honor of them. So who were those historic players, you might ask? Let's start with Jim Brown, who is widely considered to be one of the greatest running backs of all time. Brown played for Syracuse University from 1954 to 1956, and he earned multiple All-American honor awards. He led the team to a Cotton Bowl game, and Brown was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1995. He also joined the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1971 after retiring, holding the records of every major statistical rushing category. He didn't just stop there, however, as he was also a civil rights activist and an actor. Jim Brown was the first African-American actor to be in an interracial relationship on screen. Brown was also one of the most prominent African-Americans in the Cleveland Summit, which was a protest after the imprisonment of Muhammad Ali. But it wasn't only Jim Brown who had a historical impact in Syracuse. Ernie Davis played for Syracuse from 1959 to 1961 and led them to a national championship. He was also the first African-American to win the Heisman Award and was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1979. He was drafted to the NFL in 1961 and was unfortunately diagnosed with leukemia that same year. Davis passed away in 1963 without playing a single snap in a professional game. A film was made based on his life called The Express, the Ernie Davis story. And last but not least, Floyd Little, who was another running back for Syracuse from 1964 to 1966. He chose to play for Syracuse after looking up to Ernie Davis. Little had the most rushing yards by any running back in college in two of his 3 seasons at Syracuse. Little never won the Heisman, but he would be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame and go on to have a great career for the Denver Broncos in the NFL, retiring as the league's 7th highest rushing yard leader at the time. All 3 of these men played major impacts and roles in the city of Syracuse, and the number 44 remains part of the city's legacy and identity to this day. I'm Jacob Coleman, and now you know the history of the number 44 in Syracuse.
Wow, I honestly didn't know the university changed their zip code to honor those players until now.
I didn't either. That's very interesting. Well, folks, that is all the time we have for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed it. And make sure you guys check out all the Lazer updates on OCC's YouTube on Onondaga's Campus Connection.
I'd like to thank my co-host, Stefan, and the entire crew behind the scenes today. I'd also like to thank you, the viewers, for watching. And make sure to tune in to upcoming shows Thursday, and I hope you have a wonderful day.